Welcome everyone to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where their tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Red Raiders will put total leather to crank us up. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Orange offense will take the field, and they have the first possession of this game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double.
And he reels it in inside the 30. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cuse.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Texas Tech's offense will go to work for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see Who are the dudes on the squad? These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's right on target. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle, and the guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Fair catch, called for and made. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll run play action. He wants to go deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. To throw, it's Barnes. A little screen to the running back. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Syracuse right back at it.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Quarterback on the keeper. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Offense, quick tempo. He's going to pass on second down. It's complete. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Red pass, it's complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting first and 20. The inside handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football. Nice break.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And this defense continues to bring the heat. First sack of the day, setting the tone in the first quarter. They had 5 last week, ladies and gentlemen. So this defense has been affecting the quarterback and making him feel so uncomfortable.
The Orange will have to punt. Here's the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quick release by the QB. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration, so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having the pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off that.
The expressway is wide open. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll operate out of split backs. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Red Raiders have taken it inside the 20. They'll try the run. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. He wants to throw it. Looking for the score. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Arizona came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. The fact, this wasn't ever really in question. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Barnes. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Tripped up for the tackle. They get to the line quickly. Give to the back. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Holding, offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Let's see what they've got on second down. It's a draw. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He's back to throw on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I love the coverage in the back end by the secondary. That DB was glued to the wide receiver, just staying right behind him. He was able to locate the ball and get his paw out there to knock it down.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete. Still running at the 40. Hit the afterburners, kid. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got his man down the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Third and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback
Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a second down play.
29 Philly.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover.
Okay, ready?
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. Outside the pocket, let's go. Got his man. Hard-hitting tackle.
Love the poise on that play. You saw when he escaped the pocket, he was on the move. He didn't take his eyes from looking downfield. He kept reading the coverage, located a receiver, and picked up a huge chunk play.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Got the quick completion. At the 35, he's loose. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's first and 10 from just inside the 40. He'll do it himself. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Syracuse right back at it. Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Trying to get to it. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. App State went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Mountaineers in a statement win if there ever was one. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Running back searching for a hole. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Firing to the right, complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He makes the connection. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd down, going up top. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point in the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it off, needing just a few inches and going up top to get it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Only 7 seconds remaining in the first half. Let's see how they play it here on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Well, after not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's second and he hurls one deep down the left side. And he hurls it in inside the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Red Raiders have their offense in high gear.
Here we go.
Going up top on 1st down. Getting some heat. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the Red Raiders will move the sticks.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on 1st down. They'll go to the air. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Nice move to pick up yardage. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gets it out fast. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the passing attack. Quarterback makes a nice throw, and now it's 1st and goal.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Got it! He gets No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Duke has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 19 over the Coyotes. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Makes the quick grab. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Syracuse right back at it. Dropping back, it's Barnes. Coming after it. Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They believe they can run right here. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. On a little time, lets it go. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Syracuse will send out the punt team. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
The Red Raiders will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Line gets set, 1st down. From the shotgun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Syracuse right back at it. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's got him in the flat. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. the gun, the ground game. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Syracuse will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the stomping has commenced.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. To the air, it's Barnes. He finds his man. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver and quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
He leaves it with his back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside. Defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. At midfield, he's got room. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Green 25. Flip. Unlock. Alert.
Might as well give it to him again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys.
Texas Tech, 35. Syracuse, 10.
Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Jackrabbit.
He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Using the quick game. Can't get him to the ground. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Syracuse has it in the red zone. Back to throw. It's Barnes. He's got it on the run. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it.
Get set. And go.
Off the RPO, complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
third down, man. You'd think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobbled him up behind the line of scrimmage.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Sticks it in his belly. Nice move to keep moving. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Caught. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. On a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. It's third down, and the line to gain is the 36. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's going to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. To the air, it's Barnes. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's lucky to get that one back. His junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often. Line getting set on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. They're setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Hauls it in.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. extending the play. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Quarterback moving. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Syracuse. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Liberty is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sparky isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Stanford. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The big fullback's got it. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And the 46-yard line. Second down coming up.
Ready? Get set, get set.
The give to the big fullback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That one.
And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here.
On the double.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
Set.
Handoff to the fullback. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
Ready?
On
right.
1st down, here comes this offense.
Here we go.
They want to run it left here. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Brings up 2nd down.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.